What is good, YouTube family? I just got done with my finals, submitted my last paper. Only one more semester of law school, and then the bar, and then I'm a lawyer. But I guess that's if all things go well, anyway. But I guess this may be. I'm gonna post this video and the Secret Santa video today, hopefully before I leave. I'm leaving in probably an hour, so I got to get this done kind of quick. But I'm super tired, haven't slept in 20 plus hours. Had a pretty big weekend, and this is going to be my. I got a lot of requests for this, and I typically don't get requests. Like, I'm not that big of a YouTube sneaker channel yet, anyway. But I am going to do a top 10 video. And before I get started, I just want to say it's getting close to Christmas, so everybody, I wish you guys a Merry Christmas. If you have family, count your blessings that you get to celebrate it with them. My brother is still in California, so this is another Christmas that we don't get to celebrate with him because he's in the Air Force. But I'm sure it doesn't affect him that much, but he's a good dude. So yeah, if you guys get to spend time with your family, definitely cherish it. But I'll go ahead and get started. I just want to say that I factored every shoe that released in 2012. Every shoe, limited, every brand. I went through probably 15 or so top 10 lists that I saw online through Complex, Nice Kicks, etc. I saw a DJ Dell's video. I saw a DJ Hess video. I've seen multiple of these top list videos for the year. So I have factored every shoe, and this is just my personal opinion. You can say what you'd like about it, but these are just my thoughts. First, I'm going to start with my honorable mention. Now, none of these made my top 10. They're all kind of grouped together, and I put them right outside my top 10. The only one that I actually own on my honorable mention list is the Bred 4s. This is an honorable mention. A few other of the honorable mentions that I have, the New Balance Seal and the New Balance Ball and Buck. And the Ball and Buck hasn't come out yet. They're going to do a limited on Christmas. And in my opinion, that's the best New Balance shoe I've ever seen. Then also the KD4 Easter. I slept on those, wish I would have got them. The Cool Gray 9s and the Nike Flyknits. I still really want to pick up the Nike Flyknits, the black ones. Everybody's saying that it's ultra innovative, super comfortable, so I do want to check those out. And right on the cusp of my top 10 was the Paranorman foams. I don't have any foams in my top 10. I personally hate foams, but that concept was extremely cool. I still say the contest was kind of rigged, but that's beside the point. The shoe is still sick. It would have been nice to have so that you could like say, hey, I won this contest, etc. I'll post a link to that right here, my little discussion on the Paranormans. That got quite a mixed reaction, but I'll post it and you guys can let me know what you think. Now let's get into the top 10. I own every shoe on the top 10 except two, and I had one of them, just not my size. But my number 10 is the Cav 4s. Now, in my personal opinion, this is one of the best concepts for a Jordan that they've done in years, basically. Another one that I really like, it hasn't come out yet, but the Benji Wilson 1s. I'm not a huge one guy, but I would go for those. Like, I like cool concepts like this, the whole incorporating the Cavs colors based on the last shot. Even though it was the Bred 4s he was wearing, I just thought this was a cool idea. I camped way too long for these. Last camp out I ever did and ever will do. But yeah, I like the colors. It pops. I thought it was a good concept from Jordan. Um, Number 9, the Air Flight Ones. Uh, in my personal opinion, very underrated shoe. I like the all black. Only shoe that Jordan wore that was a non-Jordan, at least throughout his NBA career. He wore Converse and Adidas and whatnot in high school, college, and Olympics, but uh, this is, I believe, the only non-Jordan he wore once he got to the NBA and got his signature line, that is. Number 8, I have the Yeezy 2 Solar Reds. One of my friends has them, seen them in person. Uh, Really nice shoe. I think that the hype behind the shoe pushed it way further than it should have gone. I think that if it wasn't a, if it didn't have that Yeezy name, it wouldn't have been as sought after of a shoe if it wasn't limited, etc. But I do think it's a good looking shoe, just not in that top 5 level to me. And it's the only shoe in my top 10 that I didn't really try to pursue because I didn't want. There was a lot of stuff I had to do that day, and I didn't want to have to sit at my computer and basically wait for 15 plus hours just for the link to come up. So that's my number 8. My number 7 is the Penny 5 Dolphins. I think the Penny 5 line is the best new basketball shoe I've seen from Nike in many years. And you see Darren Williams wearing the Orlando colorway now for Brooklyn. There's a lot of NBA guys. Sorry, my eyes are kind of dry, but there's a lot of NBA guys rocking the Penny 5s. Ultra comfortable shoe, molds to your foot. I just love this shoe. So this is number 7. Number 6 is the Nike Air Force 180 Olympic. I think this shoe is just beautiful. Other than probably the Jordan 11s, this is my favorite model of shoe. I just think everything about this shoe is nice. The 180 Air unit, the strap on the front, just the setup. Everything about this shoe is just really aesthetically pleasing to me. I've got these in the corks, and I hope to one day get the Union 180s, which is like essentially the Concord of 180s in my opinion. But yeah, this is my number 6 shoe, and really glad that they retroed these. Number 5, I didn't actually pick any up this year because I had the first retro from '01, I believe, and it's a beater now basically. But the questions, I think that the Georgetown colorway, I am for sure going to try to pick up. That's going to be my first new pair of questions. This is one of my all-time favorite shoes. I just couldn't justify paying a little bit above retail for basically a new pair of these. These are basically my beater shoe, my go out in the rain shoe. I love this shoe. I didn't really want to double up on the colorway, so I am definitely anticipating the Georgetowns as well as the other Reebok retros they're doing next year. But yeah, this is my number 5. My number 4. Out of every shoe that I picked up in 2012, this is the shoe that turns the most heads and gets the most compliments. Before I got my number 1 shoe, this was the shoe that everybody who came over to my apartment would always point out first, say that they liked. Every time I've worn this out, I've always had random non-shoe people say, "Oh, those are really good-looking shoes." So this is my number 4. I wish it wasn't so tight for a size 12, but designed very well. very aesthetically pleasing, like the 180s, and really, I can't complain too much about this shoe. It's my number 4. My number 3, the Bred 11s. I'm going to do hopefully a little more in-depth review on how I got these and talk about the story behind them, etc. When I get home to Bloomington, and hopefully I'll be able to do it in HD using my dad's camera. So that'll be an added bonus. I haven't done too many HD videos, so that'll be nice. And when I do, I will post the link right here to the review form. So anticipate a review for these right there. Then my number 2, unfortunately, I do not have in my size, and I will post a link right there for my review behind the ones that were not my size. But my number 2 shoe in 2012 is the LeBron Big Bangs, one of the dopest new concepts for a shoe. Everything about that shoe I love, the glow in the dark, the bright orange, the Leo constellation, the design of the shoe, everything about it. That's my all-time favorite LeBron. If any of you guys got a size 12 that isn't more than $300, hit me up. But that is definitely a 6'6" shoe. And now for my number 1 shoe of 2012. Now, in my personal opinion, this shoe went way under the radar, and I think a lot of people now are finally realizing how sick of a shoe it is. But in my personal opinion, the Penny 5 Red Eagle is the number 1 shoe of 2012. Not only is this ultra comfortable, in my personal opinion, it is the best predominantly red shoe of all time. Better than the Toro Bravo Pack 5, I believe it is. Better than the Patrick Ewing All Reds. In my personal opinion, this is the best predominantly all red shoe I've ever seen. Now, another reason I like it is because it's actually a really limited shoe. So whenever I wear them out, people are always like, dang, he's got the Penny 5s. And like I said, the LeBron shoe got a lot of compliments, turned a lot of heads. This shoe, I've gotten more compliments wearing this shoe than any other shoe I've ever owned. Every time I wear these out, someone says something about them, points them out, etc. So from the aspect of comfort, looks, a new idea from Nike, everything about this shoe I love. The paint splatters, the red color. Yeah, so that's my number 1 of 2012. Again, guys, this is just my personal opinion. Hope you enjoyed watching this. Like I said, have a good Christmas, and hopefully, since I'm on break now, I'll have a decent amount more videos to come. So, as always, guys, thanks. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I'll post it below. And peace.